Well, hi there. Welcome back to another story time with Taebyn. My name is Taebyn. I'm a pup, bark bark, and I have a jingly bell. I love my jingly bell, and purple, it matches my fluff. And anyway, hi. This is Jacob joining us again, and TB. There he is. Today's story I'd like to dedicate to all you kitties out there, because today's story is Pete the Cat's Train Trip, written by James Dean. James Dean. So this is famous because James Dean and stuff. He wrote a kitty book, apparently. Okay, let's start, shall we? Pete the cat is going to visit his grandma. Isn't that nice of him? He gets to ride on a train. Oh my Lord. Pete's mom buys 3 tickets. She gives one to Pete and one to his brother, Bob. So we have Bob the kitty too. Who would have thunk it? Pete looks up at the big board. Our train is leaving at 10 o'clock, he says. He's a smart kitty. He can read the big board. A train speeds by. That's a cargo train, Bob tells Pete. Pete's train has arrived. All aboard, calls the conductor. Okay. Pete's mom finds 3 seats. I can't wait to see Grandma, says Bob. I can't wait to explore the train, says Pete. Because trains are so much fun to explore because of all the little places you can go, I guess. Anyway, I don't know. That must be Pete's thing. I don't want to ruin it for him. So good for him. Good for you, Pete, and your exploration of trains. The conductor comes to collect the tickets. Pete hands over his, with Pawsy, of course. I love trains, says Pete. I'll show you around, says the conductor. Pete follows the conductor from car to car as the floor rumbles under his feet, because it's a rumbly train. Rumbly. Wow, Pete says when they get to the caboose. We're going over a bridge. Okay, again, I'm a little speechless as to what's happening here. Pete sees his mom and Bob. They're at the snack bar. They got hungry from all their travels of sitting there. I got this for you, says Bob. Oh, look, it's an apple. Pete follows the conductor. He goes to the front of the train. Come in, says the engineer. That engineer must like the kitties to just have him come right in like that. What a lucky kitty Pete is. Wow, Pete says. The engineer shows him the engine. The engineer shows Pete the train's brakes. There is a tunnel ahead. So they're gonna brake and not go into the mountain, or I don't know what's happening. But no, this is exciting and good. As they go through the tunnel, Pete gets to honk the horn. Toot, toot. Wow, what a lucky kitty Pete is. Everything is light again. Thanks for showing me around, Pete says. Oh, light because they got out of the tunnel and so it's light. Okay, I got it. I'm back on track with understanding what's happening. On track, ha ha ha. On his way back to his seat, Pete stopped and made some friends. Like there's a little chickie and a ducky and some cows. Moo moo. They live in different towns. They're getting off at different stops. And that makes sense that they get off at different stops because, well, that's what they do on a train. Pete plays games. A little kid wears his hat. Pete sings a song. This is an amazing ride Pete is having. He's doing all kinds of things. What a groovy ride. That's what it says, groovy. That's rad. And since James Dean wrote the book, of course it's groovy. We get off at the next stop, says Pete's mom. Toot toot. Pete looks out the window and sees, wait for it, Grandma! Pete is the first one off the train. Pete's grandma gives him a big hug. It feels good. And this pup loves hugs, so I understand the feeling there. Pete loves riding the train, but he loves his grandma even more. The end. So, that was Pete the Cat's train trip. Thank you for joining me in our journey together. And I'll see you next time on Story Time with Taebyn. Bark, bark. And I'm going to start that sentence over. It's an apple. I don't know even what to say about all that. Having trouble following the plot.